Floyd a number of weeks ago and was so pleased that his family saw at least some measure of justice done, but the work is just beginning. We need real reform in this country. Our thoughts go out to the Floyd family on the anniversary of George's death. We're here today because of a hate crime in New York City that gave life to some of the worst fears that we all have. Now, if you're a New Yorker, you ride the subway every single day, and your biggest nightmare is that someone's going to come up behind you and shove you onto the tracks. Now, this is an unthinkable act, but it happened just steps from where we are, and it happened seemingly on the basis of the person's race. A 35-year-old Asian man was shoved onto the tracks, and thank goodness for the other New Yorkers who stepped up to help him off of the tracks, because it could have been even worse. He had laceration on his head, had to seek medical attention. We all know that this could have resulted in him being killed. This is unthinkable, and yet it's becoming all too routine here in New York City. An Asian woman was assaulted with a hammer in Times Square just a number of days ago. An Asian woman was beaten on the street for no other reason than her race. These things are happening more and more, and it's not just the Asian community, unfortunately. There was violence in the Jewish community just this past weekend. A mosque was vandalized in Brooklyn just days ago. Hate is tearing our city apart, and we need it to stop, we need it to end. Some of my opponents in this race have actually characterized some of us as being more New York than others, as if some of us belong here more than other people. And I am here to say that that is wrong. None of us is more New York than anyone else. We all belong here. Am I right?
Yes.
This is a city for everyone. The kind of leadership we need is going to bring us together. And the fact is that Asian Americans have certainly felt what it's like to be cast as not belonging, as not New York, as not American. But that has also happened to the Jewish community, to the Muslim community, to the Latino community, to the Black community. It's happened to just about every community in New York at different times. And today it's an Asian man getting shoved onto the subway tracks. Tomorrow it's going to be someone else victimized on the basis of their race. It has to stop, it has to end, and it starts with new leadership. It starts with leaders that will not divide us, that will not cast up false barriers between us, but say we are all in this together.